असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्तिः। Good evening. How are you all doing? Keeping well? Very good. English baga నేర్చుకుంటున్నారా? Are you happy with the progress that you have made? It's very good. Anyway, today I will visit you in your classrooms. So please see page number 80. This is all philosophy, all Vivekananda's quotes are philosophical quotes. But today, most people, they don't want philosophy. Why? They think actually philosophy doesn't bring money. Particularly the people in the West are practical. They think we are practical. They ask us, what is the utility? What is the use of your philosophy? Yeah, there is utility, but everybody has his her own idea of utility, right? A small baby, you give a chocolate bar and a gold biscuit. The baby will pick up what? Chocolate. Baby has its own idea of utility. Okay? That gold biscuit is of no use to baby. She will take only chocolate. So we are like babies. Our idea or understanding of utility is also just like that baby. When Vivekananda was preaching Vedanta in the West, they would ask him, what is the utility? We are a utilitarian society. Prayojanam emiti? Maakem doruktundi. Ante dabbulu ravali. They will listen to your talks and speeches only if they get money, otherwise they will not listen. They think it's not a practical philosophy. Their idea of practicality is that something should help them to earn more money. Swamiji gives this example and tells, everybody has his or her own idea of utility, and you tell them the philosophy that I'm preaching will help you to get immortality. Okay, this money that you earn actually will give you few material things, right? This relative world. But what I'm giving you, what I'm preaching you, will help you to get God, will help you to get immortality, the eternal peace and ananda. Are you really ambitious? You would ask them. So whatever you might achieve from this world, whatever position of power you might achieve, anything you do, the happiness that you get will be only like a drizzle. It will be only a very little a drop. It's not a real happiness. Whatever you may do. That's why you try to convince them, but most people, no. They're all dollar worshippers according to Vivekananda. So please turn to page number 80. I'll just explain you this quote. Misery comes through attachment, not through work. As soon as we identify ourselves with the work we do, we feel miserable. But if we do not identify ourselves with it, we do not feel that misery. If we analyze our lives, most of the times, what prevents us giving our best in a given situation is this fear of loss. Okay? Fear of loss. What will I gain by this? Will I gain the real thing that I'm expecting of it? If you remove that calculation from your mind, if you learn to work for the sake of work, okay, I've explained it to you already. If you don't set your mind on the final outcome or the result and learn to work, you will work like a lion. Tremendous efficiency comes in your work. Most of the times we calculate, what will I get if I do this? Will I get the desired object? All the time this calculation. Because when you go into that calculation mode, fear will come. My time might go waste. My energy may go waste. My money may go a waste. Once calculation comes into your mind, fear comes. Once there is fear in your mind, definitely actually work efficiency won't be there. So don't ever work like a slave. That's what Swamiji's message all the time. Work like a master, work like a hero. Don't work like a slave. Okay, have the capacity to attach yourself and detach yourself at will. Or not then, today's we see so many news reports, people committing suicide because of love failure and other things. I just analyze what is a love failure kind of thing. Somebody has deserted you, right? Somebody you had association with the individual and the individual actually has gone away somewhere. The problem is that you are not able to detach yourself from that individual. That's all right. You could attach yourself to that individual, but you cannot detach yourself from the individual at will. That is slavery. I can't live without that person. Okay? Because you watch so many movies, you think that you have made a great sacrifice by saying that I can't live without that individual. What are you saying? Basically, you are making a statement, a foolish statement. We are saying that I cannot live without that individual means I am a slave. I don't have the power to detach myself from that individual. But that individual is saying that he or she can live without you. But you are not able to say that. That's right. Pain comes. అవునా కదా బాధ ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తుందండి అంతే కదా. No, that's why Swamiji is asking you actually have the power to attach yourself. Okay, when the individual with you actually you had good time, fine. Actually, individual has gone away from your life. He or she has chosen some other path. Fine. You should have the capacity to withdraw yourself at will. And if you don't develop that capacity and say that I'm not able to forget the individual, suffering comes, misery comes. Okay? Attachment and detachment at your will. Okay, when you are in work, you're totally in your work. You're totally involved but not entangled. For us to involve means get entangled. That's all. You bite with this crumb. We cannot extricate ourselves from that entanglement. So when you learn to work in freedom, you will be able to do the real work. Massive work will come out of that individual. People like Vivekananda just lived for 39 years. In fact, he worked only for 10 years. Out of 39 years of life, only from 29 to 39 only he worked. Up to 29, he was just experimenting with the truth. He had gone here and there. He just saw the country. He traveled across the length and breadth of the nation. He had gone to Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, sat at his feet, took spiritual instructions. Then he went into meditation. He roamed across the nation and then went to the Himalayas and spent some time there. Only 10 years, but how much of work he could do. Because of that freedom, because of the Detachment that he had, because he never set his mind on results, he never cared for it, work for the sake of work, only one objective, to help mankind as much as I could in my life. 10 years, the quantum of work that he turned out. For ordinary people, it would take 100 bursts. I don't think even 100 bursts will be able to turn out that much of work. every one of has every one of us has the same capacity, but it doesn't come out, it doesn't manifest. You won't be able to express that degree of efficiency because of this reason. Calculation, what will I get, forget that. Work in freedom, learn to work in love, be fearless, and you all will become lions. So much of work will come out of you, and people will be surprised looking at you. So you need to learn this ability to attach yourself and detach yourself at will. సంకల్ప శక్తిని ఉపయోగించి వర్క్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు పూర్తిగా వర్క్లో ఉండటం, అది లేనప్పుడు యూ షుడ్ ఏబుల్ టు ఆల్సో డిటాచ్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్. ఇండివిజువల్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఓకే, యు ఆర్ జాయ్ఫుల్, యు ఆర్ హ్యాపీ. ఇండివిజువల్స్ లేనప్పుడు ఆల్సో యు ఆర్ ఓకే. ఓకే, కమ్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ స్లేవరీ. Sooner the better for you. Thank you. Nice evening.